Welcome back to a daily dose of good news. Opposition is inevitable. There is always going to be someone who thinks differently to you. Wouldn't it be lovely if everyone agreed and we all pulled in the same direction all of the time? Maybe. But rather than dwell on that impossibility, we face the reality of opposition. Dealing with opposition is rarely easy, especially if it comes from someone on the inside. Let's hear the next extract of Dr. Luke's testimony. Now the feast of unleavened bread, called the Passover, was approaching, and the chief priests and the teachers of the law were looking for some way to get rid of Jesus, for they were afraid of the people. Then Satan entered Judas, called Iscariot, one of the 12. And Judas went to the chief priests and the officers of the temple guard and discussed with them how he might betray Jesus. They were delighted and agreed to give him money. He consented and watched for an opportunity to hand Jesus over to them when no crowd was present. Jesus had faced down the opposition from the teachers of the law and the high priests. But now there was an enemy within the camp, Judas, a name now synonymous with betrayal because of this man and his actions. Judas, one of Jesus' chosen 12 apostles, who decides to turn against his master. Why did he do it? Well, Jesus hasn't been proclaiming sweetness and light, joy and pain-free living for his followers. He's been calling them to a life of sacrifice, service to God, surrender of their wills to their saviours. As we saw yesterday, Jesus warned them that things were not going to get better in the short term. Persecutions, pain, suffering, betrayal, even death. Maybe Judas looked at all that and decided he couldn't carry on, tempted instead by the promise of immediate financial gain and gratification. We must also take note of the spiritual dimension here. Satan entered Judas. The spiritual forces of evil played their part in bringing about Jesus' betrayal. Their goal all along was to destroy Jesus. They saw their opportunity, a man weakening in his commitment to Jesus, head turned by personal gain. And so Satan made his move. Was this going to be the end of Jesus? The crumbling of his life and teaching? Was evil going to prevail? See you tomorrow.